Hi, welcome back to my channel, YouTubers. I want to thank you for coming back, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for you can be uploaded every week to my new videos. And this week we're kind of getting into a controversial video, but I want to go there because this is a part of my life, and it took me a while to come up with how to relay some of this information, and I hope that you guys will stick with me and we can come up with some ideas and talk about things together. So about 5 months ago or so, I got into tarot card readings and from a friend, and I started really opening myself up spiritually to it, but there was something in my gut saying, okay, there's more, there's more. And in my previous videos, you will see my spiritual awakening, and this video really is gonna relay, you need to listen to your gut, because your gut is always right. We have been around lifetime after lifetime, and we have our higher self, and when your gut is saying, there's something more, and I'm happy this time I followed that gut, because I think it was New Year's Day, we all went out for New Year's, and I asked my friend at the time to do a reading, and I was like, okay, well, let's see who's my guardian, let's do this. And she's like, okay, and at the time I had no knowledge of really too much of tarot cards or anything, but I was just like, okay, let's, she was doing readings and stuff, and I'm like, well, what about me over here? And I got my card, and I got some spreads as well, and of course I have no idea what is being said, so she reads them. And what ends up coming up is the devil card. And a lot of people who read tarot can do the devil card as mischievous addictions or gambling type of problems. So it doesn't always mean, there's people say, there's a devil on your back or a demon coming your way. It doesn't always mean that. But for this particular spread, it meant a guardian. I'm thinking, well, and I'm not, I didn't go to church too much growing up either, so I don't have a big knowledge or a big faith. I have read the Bible. And I'm thinking, okay. So I'm thinking not really the devil is Lucifer, my guardian. Well, I was kind of uncomfortable with it because not out of fear, uncomfortable because I don't have a lot of knowledge about it. And maybe that's why people go to church every Sunday, to gain more knowledge, to listen and connect. So I started gaining more knowledge of learning tarot readings, tarot cards, and we would sit down, my friend and I, Friday, Saturday nights till 4 or 5 in the morning doing readings. And as lame as this might sound to some people, this was our Friday and Saturday night. We would sage our place and get our big Pepsis or Cokes and do our readings. And more started coming out. I got to learn about some of my past lives and really a more sense of self. And with this, I allowed light in to my darkness, because at the time I was a complete mess. I was on the verge of breaking up with my boyfriend, and then ended up breaking up with my boyfriend, ended up getting back together with my boyfriend. And that's just one part. Ended up being sick and with my MS and being very depressed. And with MS, you do get depression on and off, but not, how do you want to say, clinically depressed. So I was diagnosed with depression, and that was kind of a huge blow. So I turned to these cards of kind of like, all right, I'm going to learn. We're going to do like a school with these cards. And Lucifer, the devil card, kept showing up. And after that, I kept finding signs through music. And like I said, I opened myself up, and I've always been real connected to spirit through music. And that was the thing, I opened myself up. It wasn't through fear, it wasn't like, oh. And as you will see in my earlier videos, I got a tattoo on here, and it was, I learned that I was the Princess of Swords. And like I said, I learned that I've lived many lifetimes as well. And a lot of you watching this, you know, you'll say this is BS, because I was one of those people. And because I was not knowledgeable and not understanding, and I would just blow someone off, like me standing here talking to you would be like, this is bullshit, what the hell am I listening to this to? It's because I woke the hell up. No pun intended. I really woke up. I listened to my inner gut. I asked some of the hard questions. Is he my guardian? Yes. One of them. Have we lived past lives? Yes. We are here for a reason. We are here for a purpose. You can ask your higher self and it will tell you this. So on down the line, about a couple months ago, my mom and I go to this metaphysical fair. And this was the first time I got to really go, and I got to go with my mom. And what was really fun about it is that, like I said, I let myself open up. I let the doors start opening. And my mom's a very open person and patient person, so she was perfect to go with and to be read. And I've only done one other like reading, a medium reading before, so I've never really been read besides like the tarot reading. So I was like, okay, let's see what they have to say. Let's try this out. Let's learn. Let's see what this is about. And it was such an enlightening experience, because we went to different people and you got some feedback, and each one of them have their own talent. And I met this lady, Christy, and like I said, I had my doors open, and she took me back to where I said, you know, something in my brain clicked. When my dad passed away, it was the first time my mom and I went to see his grave, and I was 11 years old at the time. So I'd never been around death, never really comprehended, but I remember, I blocked it out at the time, but I remembered when I sat down with her, I said, what about the man at the graveyard? And I find this a little weird because, like I said, I blocked it out. And she says, well, this is interesting. Let's see what this is about. It turned out Lucifer sent one of his people to come see if I was all right. And what was so interesting at this is, like I said, it's funny how you block stuff out even as a kid. At that graveyard at 11 years old, when I first, you know, went back after the memorial, and it was just Mom and I, and you know, they had his name on, he's buried in a wall and a mausoleum. So 11 years old, I remember just bawling, unconditionally bawling, and that's never happened to me before. And not just bawling, my knees and ankles buckled, and this man came out of nowhere and just caught me. And I can't even tell you what the man looked like, what I felt, nothing, because that didn't matter. It was like an uncontrollable feeling that I can't convey over to you. But this lady, Christy, was like, he sent that person to you. And with that knowledge, things started opening up in my mind, more doors, more hallways started to open. My consciousness was starting to open, where I love the band called The Doors. William Blake, he wrote about Lucifer. And you can call him the devil if you would like. I don't believe that at all, and we will get into that further. But the thing is, if you are so closed off to everything around you, you won't be there to see what is going on and what has happened. You do need to follow your gut. And Christy, the really awesome lady, what was really cool when I met her at the metaphysical fair, I ended up running into her several other times within the last several months at some different fairs. I went to see her speak, but then I would just run into her out of the blue, and I don't live where she does at all. And it was that connection that we made, and that was the really weird thing. You kind of open yourself up to make this connection, and she probably, you know, she recognizes, hey Lauren, how are you? And instead of sitting behind a computer, behind your desk at work, be open to new things and follow your gut, because spiritually I think we are all here for a reason. And I don't think Lucifer is a bad guy, or whatever you would like to classify him as. And I would like to say that he cut it.